President Trump says Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson should be jailed for trying to block his National Guard deployment. While they stall in court, Texas troops are already staged outside the city. Chicago has become a national symbol of crime, chaos, and failed leadership. And Trump argues it's time Washington steps in. Mike, is this exactly the kind of tough response Chicago needs, or is it an overstep?
I think it's going to depend on what the Supreme Court says. Let's put it this way: if the Supreme Court says it's constitutional, it's to protect the United States, and it is within the rights of the president to do, then I mean, Chicago is probably a top choice to do it in because, as you just said, it's a crime hotbed. It has been for a long time, been mismanaged by multiple governors, multiple mayors. It's been crooked as shit for years. I don't know. I mean, by the way, Pritzker, billionaire Pritzker, let's just call him for what he is.
So, Mike, no bias, just your true deep down opinion. Are Pritzker and Johnson, are they sincerely attempting to protect their citizens, or are they protecting their failed policies, or
They're
the
not protecting
Democrats?
come on. They're not protecting their citizens. I think that's a load of shit. I think that's a total load of shit. I think that they are.
So
Look,
it's not a misled person. Like,
nobody wants your big boss to come in and take over, and that's what it is. So they don't want that. It makes them look bad, but
oh,
but they're also not doing anything to solve their own problem.
I was taught if my boss has to lift a finger, what am I there for?
Right. That's a good point. And I think the mayor of Washington, D.C., as a contrast, was not a big fan of Trump doing it, but she was able to tread the line. And remember, Washington is obviously a very liberal city, and she was still more liberal than Chicago. She was able to tread the line with her own constituents and be able to work with Trump, and you saw success out of that. So, and that's not saying that it was legal or not. That's not a judgment on my part whether it was legal or not, but there was results that were positive. So why wouldn't Pritzker and the mayor of Chicago go, okay, look, we don't want him sending it here. We believe it's unconstitutional. However, it's the federal government. We're going to cooperate. We're going to help out until the court says, no, this can't happen. But that's not what they're doing. These politicians have essentially become like second-rate protesters.